So the second technology tool that I chose was Nearpod. Nearpod is a really cool website that actually allows you to upload your own PowerPoint or choose from the store that they have, which includes both free and paid PowerPoints. But you can actually upload your lesson and then add some sort of interaction to it. So if you're doing an art lesson and you're learning about the different first perspectives, you can actually have your students draw that just by adding it at the end. And you can also add questions and polls and little mini quizzes just to see where your students are at. So that's why I selected it. I think it's a really cool idea to actually be able to see that interaction while also giving your students a lecture as well. There are a few ways that you can actually use this in the classroom. Like I said, you can upload your own PowerPoints, or you can actually search through the store. So once you click on store, you'll see that there are a lot of different ones that they actually have that you can use to interact with your class. So it really all depends on what you're doing. But they have a lot of different sections. They have the top free, which is right here. They have a new section. They have the paid section. So if you're really looking for something that you know is going to be, top notch, you can always pay for them, but it's not required. Then they also have the featured section. And once you download one of these, you can click on My Library, and it'll actually show up. And then you can go in here and you can actually edit and how you add your quizzes into the mix. So you can see here they have each of the slides and everything that was added. So you can see right after the lesson objectives, whoever we got this from added a poll. They added a draw it section, a quiz, a video, a slideshow. So that's one of the reasons why it's such a great site. And once you actually preview it, you'll be able to see what exactly the students are going to see. So if you go through, you can see, oh, here are the lesson objectives. Oh, can you name what a noun is? Can you explain what a noun is? Then the students can actually say yes, no, or little, and as they're saying it, you get to see where they stand. You can see their perspective of things, and it'll actually help you understand where they're coming from, and you can actually then go back and reteach if you have to, which is one of the really great things about this site. One way I personally plan to use this in the classroom is once I have a lesson, which let's see what I can find, and actually upload to my Nearpod site, I really enjoy being able to interact with the students. So you can hit create once you're back at the home page, new presentation. And let's see, you can start from scratch, browse files, open it from Google Drive, from Dropbox, or from Box. I'm going to browse my files, and I'm going to go to my desktop and find my school stuff. And let's just open up our second tech tip, PowerPoint. Takes a little while to upload. So once it's uploaded, you can actually see all the slides again, and that's when you can actually add what you want. So if I want to add an activity, all I have to do is click Add Activity. Let's add in an open-ended question and say, how are you today? You can save that, and then you can actually click and drag where you want it. So I want it up here after the second slide, and there it is. So once you're done, you can select Done. Actually, you can publish it first. There we go. And let's say this is for a first grade class, and it's social studies. It was a first grade social studies class. You publish it. And once it's published, it'll actually have the little blue thing that says publish right here. You can click it, and you can then open it. And once it's opened, you go over to where it says more, and that's when you make it a live session. And once it loads, it will actually prompt you for with a pin, and that's the pin that you want to give to whoever you're sending it to. So if it's in class, that's the pin that you want to have written on the board so that all of the students can type in that pin when they get to it to join a session. And then as you go through, it'll actually tell you, here are the students that are signed in. Obviously, right now there aren't any students. And then it'll go through the slides, and it'll actually show you their participation as you go so that you can track it, which is why I think it's such a great idea to use in the classroom, because you don't have to, embarrass a student by saying, all right, does anyone have any questions, and having that one student that just doesn't understand. Instead, only you will be able to see the screen, and you can see what students don't understand. And it'll actually tell you, their student number, which will be listed over here, what their answer was, and it'll tell you once you have full participation so that you know when it's okay to move on or to even go back and reteach that slide and then have them, really understand it before moving on. So I think it's a great way for students to stay involved in the classroom, and I do plan on using this in the future to help out with any classes that really need it